So when we look at real estate, there's a number of factors that'll affect whether the market's going up or down or what's it doing. Now, first we look at fundamental factors, and that includes things like population growth, interest rates, overall economic strength. And when you look at factors like this, you can't measure it within a short window of, say, a month or two, especially in times like today when we have coronavirus. I mean, this isn't normal and it will end at some point. And while things may change, the fundamentals are not, including the fact that there is not a lot of land left in the GTA. In fact, if you swipe up, I have a whole video on this and it'll explain my view in way more detail. But when we get back to short-term factors, let's face it, coronavirus has messed a lot of things up. I mean, people are unsure of what's going on. A lot of people are unsure about the economy. However, there is a lot of money in the system and there is a lot of cheap available credit available, and Canadians as a whole tend to invest in the real estate market because it's shown the best returns over time. Now, when we look at Toronto, there are some certain neighborhoods where condos are not performing that well. And there's a number of reasons. Number one, there was a lot of investors buying these units. In fact, when you try and buy a new condo, a lot of times as an end consumer, you can't even get it because when you call to ask if they're available, they're already sold out. And that's because investors have already bought them years in advance. Number two, a couple of years ago, the big thing was the Airbnb. So people realized, why rent it to a renter when I can put it on Airbnb, treat it as a hotel and make a lot of money. However, with coronavirus, people stopped using Airbnbs. They shut them down. Then you had these investors who were looking to make fast money and a lot quickly. They entered the rental pool. So all of a sudden you had a ton of rentals come onto the market in downtown Toronto. Well, at the same time, a lot of people were like, maybe I'll move to the suburbs. I mean, there's not much going on around here. So it kind of created a perfect storm. And that's what we're seeing with inventory in certain neighborhoods and condos. Now, one thing to keep in mind is real estate doesn't stop and start on a dime. It's more like a boat. So as the tides go, a boat takes a while to turn around. And when you're looking at something like the condo market, yes, in March, it kind of slowed down because of what happened with Corona. However, there's a lot of projects that have been planned 6, 7, 8 years ago that are coming online now. So over the next 6 months to a year, you're going to see a lot of new inventory come on the market, which may actually make the situation a little worse for investors. However, long term, I still believe in the strength of the market. And therefore, if you're somebody who's invested in a condo or you own a condo and you're trying to sell it, really the decision is if you got to move now, you may be taking a little bit of a hit, or you can look at it on a 5-year window. And in that case, you're going to hold tight, do what you got to do. And in the long run, you'll be okay.